So we're on to chapter 6, which is all about financial services. So in this, it's all about choosing an account and knowing how your account works when you decide to get a bank card. So many of you might already have a bank card, but it's good to know all of the different transactions. So you're going to be using this not only on your exam, but also when you go through your booklet, okay, or your assignments. Okay, so here we can see all the different accounts which are listed above, and then their fees and their service charges and whatnot. Okay, so it's just important to understand how all this works. Something down here, a transaction type. What is a self-service? So it's really important to understand what a self-service is. It's any transaction does not require a bank teller. So this includes withdrawals, deposits, checks, money transfers, direct purchases, transactions made at the ATM, telephone, or online. Okay. When you have a teller-assisted thing, that requires a teller, such as a in-branch withdrawal, transfer, bill payment, any sort of thing. So pretty much when you go to the bank, and this is when you don't go to the bank. Okay, so you have to be aware of how that works because sometimes you have fees. So we can see here, charge for additional transactions not covered by monthly fee. So self-service, every time you do a transaction that's self-service would be 0.5 each. Okay, you get 10 free ones, you get 25 free ones. So these are all free ones. And then these are what's left. So if you go 3 debit transactions and you have a bonus savings account, that additional one will be an extra $1.25. Okay, so let's see how to use all this. So let's look at 2 here. Tom made 29 self-service transactions on his bank account last month. He kept a minimum balance of $900. What would the service charges be if he had a bonus savings account? So if we go up here, so we made 29 self-service transactions. So let's go look at the bonus savings account. If we look at the bonus savings account here, for one, there's no monthly fee, so it's free to have this card or this account. If we look here, transaction covered by monthly fee, it looks like he gets 2 free transactions, okay? Now, he did 29, so only 2 of those were free, and now he did self-service or teller-assisted transactions. So he did just self-service transactions, and each one of those cost $1.29. So here, Tom made 29 self-service transactions. So 2 of them were free, making 27 cost. Let's see here. How much do they cost? They cost $1.25 each. So this question, what would the service charge be? Well, the service charge is just how much did each of those transactions that cost money did that cost him? So it would be 27 times $1.25 because each transaction costs $1.25. So if we open up our calculator here, so $1.25 times 27, and that gives me 33.75. So there's how much it cost him to do that. Now, how much would it cost him if he had a full service account? So Rick, look here, he had a minimum balance of $900, so he kept that. So that means he at least stayed over $900. So if we look up here, and what are we doing? We're doing full service account. So if we look at the full service account here, well, for one, it costs him $24.50 a month, but that's not a service charge. We care about the service charge here, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to go down here. So fee waived on monthly balance. So he kept a minimum of $900, so he was under that. So he won't actually be able to make that. Now let's go down here. So with his account, he gets 40 free self-service or teller assisted transactions. He only did 29. Okay, look here, after 40, he'll pay 25 cents each. But here, since he did only under 40, all of those were free. Okay, so here, the only thing he'll end up paying is that $24.50. And where does that come from? That comes from his monthly fee because he didn't make the $2,000. Okay, so since Tom had less than $2,000, he will pay monthly fee of $24.50. The thing to understand though is he gets 40 transactions, self-service transactions, for free. So since he only did 29 self-service transactions, he doesn't have to pay anything for that. But since he had $900, which is less than $2,000, he does have to pay that monthly fee. Okay. Let's look at number 3 here. Okay, and number 3 says in 1 month, Ling Peng made 4 service deposits and 4 self-service withdrawals on her account. She visits the teller on 2 occasions, once to make a foreign currency purchase and once to pay a bill. Her minimum monthly balance was 965.95 cents. She had a value account. What are her fees? So let's look at the value account things here. So if we have a value account, she's going to have to pay that monthly fee because remember, she's under $1,000. So let's write that down before we even start. So we'll pay monthly fee of $3.90, okay? And that's because she was under that $1,000 limit. Now, she made 4 self-service deposits and 4 self-service withdrawals. So if we go up here, that's a total of 8 self-service transactions. Let's see how many for free she gets. So in a value account, she gets 10 self-service transactions. So she actually doesn't have to pay any of that, which is great. But she does have to pay for the teller assisted here. So she pays $1 for every teller. So since she gets 10 free, she doesn't pay. Now this changes a little bit because she also did two teller transactions. So the 2 teller transactions cost $1 each. Okay, so if we go back up here, we can see that she only gets 10 self-service for free. Okay, so since she gets 10 self-service, she doesn't pay this because she only did 8. But here, no matter what you do, every teller transaction costs $1. So she's going to pay $2. Pay $2 for 2 teller transactions. Okay. And now from here, well, what are her fees? Well, that's all she's going to end up paying. She's going to pay the $3.90 because she was under $1,000. She's also going to pay $2 for the 2 teller transactions. So total will be $3.90 plus $2, which gives us $5.90. And that's where we get that number from. Okay, so pretty much this is all the same stuff over and over and over again in this little unit here. you just have to be aware of like, okay, what am I doing? Which account am I using? Do they have to pay a monthly fee? If they pay a monthly fee, how much is it? Okay. And sometimes it gets waived, right? So if a person has a value account and has over $1,000, they don't have to pay this monthly fee. Here, this is how much self-service accounts you get. And then anything over it, sometimes you have to pay. Okay, recognize that a teller assisted is different from the self-service, and those are told right here. All right. So let's look at example 6 here. And this is on page 286. So sometimes this is a lot what many of you should start doing. This is keeping track of your monthly withdrawal and monthly deposit. So how much is this is coming out of account, and this is going in. So ideally, you always have more deposits than withdrawals, really. This is where we start for that month, okay? And we're gonna figure out what the balance of our account is at the end of the month, okay? Now, recognize we're using a bonus savings account. So what does that mean? That means we are going to be using all of this information here. Okay, so first off, we have no monthly fee, which is great, but that means there's a few things about it. We only get 2 free debit transactions. Okay, so we have to be aware of, as soon as we're done 2 debit transactions, we no longer get them for free. Each of them will cost $1.25 after that. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's find number 6. Where are we? Okay, it's on page 8, right? So if we look here, this is going to be free. The first 2 are free. First 2 transactions, free. And remember, why is that? Because if we go back to our table here, the first 2 debit transactions are free. And these are covered by checks, withdrawals, bill payments, blah, 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 blah. So what she's doing there, as we can see, is she is taking money out, okay? She's taking $40 out. Now, how are we gonna do this? Well, we start with $785, and we took $40 out. Okay, so we're gonna subtract 40 there, and that will give us $745.53. This next transaction is gonna be free as well. She's gonna take out $100 without any setbacks. So now we're at $745.53. And we took out $100, so we're left with $645.53. Now here, anytime she uses her bank card at this point, well, unfortunately, that's gonna cost her an additional, how much is it gonna cost her now? It's gonna cost her an additional $1.25. So she's already passed the 2 debit transaction limit. Now every transaction she does is going to be $1.25 additional. So let's keep that in mind. So she's taking out $45.98. But on top of that, that's going to cost her $1.25 to do. Okay, and that's going to bring her to $598.30 here. Okay. Now, this next one, she's taking out more money and she's using her bank card again. So now that we're past, every bank card transaction is going to be an extra $1.25. So now we're taking out even more money for these snacks. And we're going to take away $12.95, and that's going to cost an additional $1.25 for that transaction fee. And that's going to leave you with $584.10. Okay? But finally, we have some money incoming. She babysits, okay? And guess what? Even with her, now she's using her ATM, that's actually going to take off another $1.25. because of how her account is set up. So we are actually adding money in here. We're adding $30, but we're going to be taking away $1.25 because of her account. Okay, so that's going to leave us with $612.85. Then she goes to uses her bank card again, buys snacks, it's a withdrawal. So we are not only paying for those snacks, we're paying to do the transaction of $1.25. Okay, and that will bring us to $602.01. Finally, we get a paycheck. It's a direct deposit. And again, because of her account, a direct deposit is another transaction that's going to cost $1.25. So we are going to add $187.37, but we're going to take away $1.25. Okay. And that will leave me with $700 or $788.13. Finally, we are paying for our withdrawal. We're paying for our telephone. Her phone bill is $58.82. And she needs another service charge of $1.25. So we're not only paying for this, we're paying for the service charge. So $788.13 minus $58.82 minus $1.25. And that gets me to, let's see here, $728.06. And finally, we are now at an ATM and we're withdrawing $100 again. And guess what? It's going to cost her $1.25 again. So it'll be $728.06 minus $100 minus $1.25. And she is left with $626.81. So she has $626.81. And remember, because of her account, she doesn't pay any monthly fee. Okay, so since she doesn't pay any monthly fee, we wouldn't have to take off any of these numbers. Okay, but because of the fact after the first 2 debit transactions, she had to pay an extra $1.25 on each transaction after that, which honestly, I don't know if it's worth it. If you do a lot of transactions, it might be worth it to pay maybe $10 a month in order to use it, because it looks like she might have actually paid over $10 just in service charges using her bank card. You can also see that she's not very good at saving that month. She actually lost over $100 here. Okay. Let's do a few more examples here. So Georgina has an account that has no monthly fees. However, she must pay 50 cents for every self-service transaction and $2 for any full service transactions. She made 8 self-service transactions and 3 full service transactions last month. What would her service charges? Well, here, remember, this number here, she pays 50 cents for every self-service transaction, and she did 8 self-service transactions. Here, she pays $2 for every full service transaction, and she did 3 full service transactions. So in order to figure out how much she paid, let's figure out how much she paid for self-service and then full service and add those together. So what can we do here? Well, every single self-service transaction costs 50 cents and she did 8 of them. So that's going to cost her $4 in service charges. Every full service transaction costs $2 and she did 3 of them. So it'll be 3 times 2, which gives me $6. And then what were her service charges? Total service charges will be $4 plus $6, and that gives me $10. Okay, so there is how much it cost her to do all these transactions. So that's a pretty skimpy looking setup there. I would not go for whatever account she has. Let's look at this last one here. So number 2, and then if you want to give the last few a shot and come in for help if you can't do them yourselves, please do so. So number 2, Rolf has $2,675.32 in self-service account. If he makes 4 deposits and 6 withdrawals of $100 during each month, what are his fees? So let's go look at the self-service account and see what it does for deposits and withdrawals. Okay. So let's go see what the self-service account looks like. So it looks like for our self-service account, we're looking right here, that it costs $10.90 for a monthly fee. Students and youth under 18 save 50% on the monthly fee. But it looks like if they have a monthly balance of $1,500, that monthly fee is not applicable. It looks like they get 25 self-service charges, free transactions, okay? And if we see here, after 25 of them, a self-service costs 50 cents and a teller cost $1. So let's go back and see what exactly he was doing. So he makes 4 deposits and 6 withdrawals. So that means 4 deposits and 6 withdrawals. That equals 10 self-service. So that definitely falls under the fact that he gets 25 free ones. So he's not going to have to pay any of this, which is nice. The question is, did he remain above $1,500 so he doesn't have to pay that monthly charge? Well, let's go back. And we can see here, we start with this, and it looks like each of these cost $100. So he deposited $400. Right? So he put $400 in, but took $600 out. So what does that mean? That means in total, let's figure out what's remaining in his bank account. So he started with $2,675.32. He added $400 to it, but took away $600. So let's see if he remains over that $1,500 threshold. So this is going to end up being $2,675.32 minus $200. And hopefully you can see here that that's going to equal $2,475.32, and this is way above $1,500. So since it's above $1,500, his monthly fee is waived. So that means he's actually going to not have to pay anything that month for using his bank. So that's where the none comes from. He pays nothing. Although he didn't save very well and he did lose $200 that month, which does kind of suck. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Remember, maybe try and do 3, 4, and 5 by yourselves. At this point, you should be able to kind of work through them on your own. If you're having troubles, please come in. Give them your best shot.